It is past the 6 o'clock hour. We'll call to order the regular scheduled meeting of the City of Crescent City this Monday, April 2nd, 2018. Would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Fallman.
Here.
Councilmember Greeno.
Here.
Councilmember Short.
Here.
Pro Tem Keim.
Here.
Mayor Inscore.
I am here. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Councilmember Short, would you lead us, please?
Certainly. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Council, do we have anything to report out of closed session?
Nothing to report.
All right, we'll move into our general public comment period. Any member of the public can address the City Council on any matter that is within the jurisdiction of the City of Crescent City. Comments of public interest or matters that are on our agenda are accepted. Note, however, the Council is not able to undertake extended discussion on non-agendized items. Such items can be referred to staff for appropriate action, which may include being placed on a future agenda. All comments need to be directed towards the entire council. Any comments that are not at the microphone will be out of order and not part of the public record. After receiving recognition from myself, please state your name and city or county residency for the record and try to limit your public comment to 3 minutes. We will also allot public comment during our other items on the agenda. Do we have any general public comment this evening? Okay, seeing no general public comment, we have a couple of ceremonial items. We have two proclamations that I'm going to read, and I see Anita here, and that's good to see you. So, do you want me to read these first, and then you guys want to speak to it, or which?
I'm only here for the number 9 item
Okay.
on the agenda.
Okay.
But if you would like someone to speak on behalf of Sexual Assault Awareness Month, I could do that.
Well, I'm going to read that one first. We have both the sexual assault awareness and the child abuse prevention proclamation. Why don't we just read through these, and then we'll provide opportunity for anyone here to weigh in on this. We're beginning with our first, the proclamation of the City Council of the City of Crescent City proclaiming April 2018 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Whereas sexualized violence affects children, youth, adults, and elders of all genders from all racial, cultural, and economic backgrounds, with public health and social justice implications for every person in Crescent City. And whereas it is estimated that 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 7 boys will be sexually victimized by age 18, and whereas sex trafficking and exploitation happens in our county, disproportionately impacting the lives of youth, young adults in our community. And whereas survivors are often blamed while perpetrators are excused, leading to lack of justice and continuation of violence. And whereas the Me Too movement has raised public awareness and given voice to survivors. And whereas staff and volunteers of the North Coast Rape Crisis Team provide 24-hour services to survivors and their significant others to support those impacted and ensure survivors are not re-victimized. And whereas promotion of best practice responses is accomplished through multidisciplinary teams such as the Sexual Assault Response Team, as well as partnership with governmental, tribal, and community-based organizations. And whereas the North Coast Rape Crisis Team provides prevention, education, self-defense, and awareness-raising programs encouraging every person to participate in ending sexualized violence and promoting social justice. And now, therefore, let it be proclaimed that the City Council of the City of Crescent City reaffirms its commitment to the North Coast Rape Crisis Team and its vision, a world without violence, and acknowledges April 2018 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Signed, Blake Inscore, Mayor. Do you want to go ahead and just say a word?
I mean,
appreciate that.
I'm never at a loss for words.
I know.
So, all right. So, my name, I'll try to do this the way it's supposed to be done. My name is Benita Cabrera. I reside in the county. I'm a member of Seroptimist International of Crescent City. While I did work for Rape Crisis for 14 years, I can't speak on their behalf, but I can speak on behalf of the community in general. And the community says that all of you are invited to come and watch I Am Jane Doe on Thursday night. It's only $15 a ticket. But if you have a high schooler and you can talk your high schooler into allowing you to be their safe adult, the school district will pay for your ticket as well. So each student who comes brings one safe adult. The school district is paying for that adult's ticket. So we have about 400 seats. And wouldn't it really be sad to have only about 75 people in those 400 seats? So I'm just really imploring the whole community to let's be able to turn people away at the door and say, I'm sorry, we're full. That's our way of helping educate the community about violence against women and children. And I just want to also say that men are victims of violence, sexual violence as well. And I know that we often talk about women and children because they're vulnerable, but men are vulnerable too because with date rape drugs, a man can be deemed just as incapacitated as a woman or a child and can be sexually assaulted in that way as well. So it's not just a women and children issue, it's a community issue, and it's happening in our community, and we just need to, everybody do a little tiny bit, and we can make a huge difference in our community. Thank you.
Thanks, Benita, appreciate it. All right, our other proclamation has to do with child abuse. The proclamation of the City Council of the City of Crescent City proclaiming April 2018 as Child Abuse Prevention Month. Whereas the City of Crescent City recognizes that every moment of a child's life is an opportunity to learn, that the quality of these experiences may determine whether a child succeeds in school or in life, that all children need caring and loving adults in their lives, and whereas the city acknowledges that our children are our greatest resource and that our future will be determined by their innovative talents, ideas, and leadership, and whereas the role of our people is to accept the responsibility of ensuring that every child experiences an environment at home, at childcare, and at school that will promote the best possible development, and whereas all communities have the responsibility of offering parents the education, support, and skills needed to provide healthy, safe, and nurturing homes for their children, now therefore be it proclaimed that the City Council of the City of Crescent City hereby recognizes the month of April 2018 as Child Abuse Prevention Month and urges the community to support the efforts of the Del Norte Child Abuse Prevention Council, First 5 Del Norte Child Care Council, Family Resource Center of the Redwoods, Del Norte County Juvenile Court, CASA of Del Norte County Health and Human Services, the Del Norte County Unified School District, the City of Crescent City, licensed foster care homes, public and private agencies, and programs advocating for children in Crescent City, and parents who already provide a safe, loving, and nurturing environment to their children, free of any outside intervention. Signed by myself, Blake Inscore, Mayor.
Thank you so much. My name is Vicki Baldwin, and I'm the Vice Chair of the local CAPC here in Crescent City. I'm also working at the Del Norte Child Care Council as a parent educator. So thank you for taking the proclamation. I'd like to remind the City Council there's a few things in the month of April coming up. First, we have our Youth and Family Fair on Saturday from 11 to 2 at the fairgrounds. It's free, and we have many ages of children activities from 0 and up. Then we're going to have our annual flag raising ceremony, and that's April 11th at 5:30 at the Del Norte Fairgrounds. And here our Explorer Post 911 will be presenting the flag of memorial, and we'll have a small gathering around 5:30 at the flagpole. We like everyone to come out and support. Our speaker this year is one of our youth. She's, I think, 9 years old.
Ooh.
She's going to be talking about the positives of our county. And actually, we're recording her, and her message is going to go statewide.
That's great.
Next, we have our local CAPC Roundtable, Roots to Resilience. And that's April 14th from 9 to 3:30 at Crescent Elk Middle School. You need to register for that. And it's an all-day training full of fun and resilience. And we have speakers, so it's going to be a good time at Crescent Oak. And then we have April 19th, we have mandated reporter training at the Family Resource Center of the Redwoods, and that's from 1 to 3. And contact Pam Wilder if you would like to register. So thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks so much for coming tonight. Thank you. All right, we do not have any reports or presentations tonight. We have some items on our consent calendar, the regular council meeting minutes from March 19th, the warrant claims list for March 10th through March 23rd, the payroll report of March 17th through the 23rd, and an MOU between the California Department of Corrections and the city police department for the use of the shooting range to qualify firearms. I have a motion to approve the consent calendar. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any public comment on items that are on our consent calendar? Seeing none, I'll close public comment and bring it back to the council. Would you please poll the vote?
Councilmember Fallman,
Yes.
Councilmember Greeno,
Yes.
Councilmember Short,
Yes.
Pro Tem Keim,
Yes.
Mayor Inscore.
Yes, very good. We'll move on into our agenda then. Under item number 7, you have a staff report and a sister city agreement that we worked out during special advisor to the city of Rikuzentakata, Kiyoshi Murakami, was here last week, and we put together this agreement that will be part of the signing ceremony on April 16th. And so I'm bringing that to the council for, since we will not be taking action at that meeting, even though it'll be a called meeting, it will actually just be the formal signing of it, that you would have an opportunity to see the language and ask any questions that you might have regarding the agreement before we get there. So,
I move to approve the sister city agreement with Rikuzen Takata, Japan.
Second.
okay, have a motion or a second. Do we have any public comment regarding the agreement? Okay, seeing no public comment then, would you please poll the vote?
Councilmember Fallman,
Yes.
Councilmember Greeno,
Yes.
Councilmember Short,
Yes.
Pro Tem Keim,
Yes.
Mayor Inscore.
Very good. Yes. All right. Number 8, California Redwoods Art Association Cultural Center use. You going to take this, Sleever?
I sure can, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
We have a request from the California Redwood Arts Association to waive the Cultural Center rental fees for the art show that they are going to be putting on April 19th to 23rd. So the request is to consider this request from the Art Association and find that either this is not a gift of public funds or that it would be, in which case we would need to charge the rental fee. So the staff recommendation is to find that this is not a gift of public funds because it serves a public purpose, but the language in the staff report shows their request.
Okay. I see it. Nancy's here. Do you want to come and speak to the? Okay. All right. Just- All right, well, come on up here and show us the poster. We'll get that on TV so everybody can see it, because we should, if we're going to find it's not a gift of public funds, we're in essence saying that it is an education opportunity, which it certainly is that, and we want to let the public know about this too.
I'm not going to tell you who won, because we're going to do that at the end. But this is the poster that won, and this is the one that, this piece in the middle here, and then I had to come up with use it for advertising. So this is the one that won the contest, and we've made all the posters out of it, they've been all handed out, and then we're going to give them a nice prize show for creating this poster. There was, I believe it's the 6th grade group, but they really worked hard. And what they did is they split the earth into 2 pieces. The earth with all of the beauty and the earth as it could be. And then they decided that this would be the way they wanted to interpret it. You have a choice. You can have a wonderful place to live, or you can not have a wonderful place to live. I thought that was pretty intense for these youngsters.
Great.
There are over 675 framed pieces.
Wow. Okay, so the 19th and 20th will be just for the students. The students will be there, and then the public is invited to come on the 21st and 22nd to see all the work that the students
They're going
have
to
done.
bus in the 6th graders in between there.
Great.
And this is free admission? This is free admission to
Yes,
everyone?
And there's interactive art. We'll have people that are sculptures doing clay. Kids can get into it. So there's going to be tables set up with interactive art in between, so they can move through the event, do things, see things, see their own art, and drag their books.
All right.
Okay?
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, council, any questions?
I'm
Any,
excited to see this.
yeah, any public comment? Okay, we'll bring it back to the council then. You see the staff recommendation, and that is that we waive the fees for the Cultural Center for the California Redwood Arts Association for this art show, the 19th through the 23rd of April, based on the finding that it is not a gift of public funds because it's supporting education and artistic expression of the youth in our community. Do we have an action on behalf of council?
So moved.
All right, I have a motion
You have a second?
and a second. All right, would you please pull the vote?
Councilmember Fallman,
Yes.
Councilmember Greeno,
Yes.
Councilmember Short,
Yes.
Pro Tem Keim,
Yes.
Mayor Inscore.
Yes, very good. We look forward to being there for the show. Thank you. All right, so our next item, everything's moving really slow tonight. Is it?
Not you, though.
Not me. I'm moving quick. Number 9, a request for, from Seroptimus International for the use of RV spaces at the Shoreline RV Park for 2 nights. Mr. Taylor.
Good evening. So, as you already mentioned, we received a request from Seroptimus International for the use of 3 RV spaces for 2 nights at the Shoreline RV Park. Again, this is for a 13-member cast and crew to put on the upcoming presentation of Jane Doe and Wonderland. Of course, a theater against sex trafficking. As Ms. Cabrera already explained, I think you kind of have laid out the play and the fees and everything involved. So with this request, it's a little bit different than the previous one you just went over with the Cultural Center. Because the RV Park is an enterprise fund, we would be asking that the council, one, find that this isn't a gift of public resources, that this isn't a public benefit, obviously for public health and education regarding sex trafficking. And then the other part of it is that funds would be used from the general fund to cover the cost of the stay. They would be coming in on April the 4th. The presentation is on the 5th. And I believe they'll actually be paying for 1 extra night to stay at the park because they will have a subsequent performance down in Klamath the following day on the 6th.
Okay.
So we have provided you with a motion if you so choose to approve the request, and I guess Ms. Cabrera is here if you have any further questions for her as well.
Okay, great. Thanks. Vinny, do you have anything else you want to share? Are we good?
No, other than I found 3 trailers for them to use, and then I lost 2 of those trailers because people were going camping, and then I put my feelers out, and thanks to Terry McNamara and J.R. Sample, I found 2 more travel trailers, so we have enough space for 13 people, and I think that they would be very honored to be able to experience our beach, our coastal area, and they'll be using our restaurants and stores and facilities for those days they're here. So I think it's a win-win for everyone. That's all I really have to say unless you have any questions.
Okay. Good.
Thanks, Benita.
Ms. Lever, we have targeted some place in the general fund that we can draw these two nights, these spaces from?
Yes, the approximate cost, I believe, was around $300, and we have that in the city manager budget.
All right, very good. All right, any other questions? Any other public comment? See no public comment, we'll close public comment, and I'll bring it back to the council. You see the motion that is there from staff.
I move to approve this request.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Seconded.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Would you please pull the vote?
Councilmember Fallman,
Yes.
Councilmember Greeno,
Yes.
Councilmember Short,
Yes.
Pro Tem Keim,
Yes.
Mayor Inscore.
Yes. All right, very good. Thank you. All right, we're looking forward to that. Thank you. Item number 10, an agreement with Smith River Fire Protection District regarding emergency response vehicle maintenance. Ms. Lever.
Yes, sir. So our city workers, we are fortunate to have somebody who is certified as a fire emergency vehicle mechanic, which is something that is not common for this area. We already provide services to the Crescent Fire Protection District on a cost recovery basis, and we've been approached by the Smith River Fire Protection District to have the same sort of agreement. When their vehicle needs service, they would contact our corp yard to set that up. We would repair the vehicle and charge for the labor, the parts, and a 7% overhead fee.
Okay.
Easy enough.
Do you guys want to speak to it at all? I know that, nope. All right, all right. Hate for you to come all the way in here and not get your 15 seconds of fame. So it's okay. Anybody have any questions regarding the agreement? The contract is in our packet. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Any public comment? Seeing no public comment, we'll close public comment and bring it back to the council.
Move to approve and adopt Resolution 2018-15, a resolution of the City Council of Crescent City, California, amending the fiscal year 2017-18 budget of the city of Crescent City.
All right.
And approve that agreement, I'm sorry.
And the agreement and the resolution.
The agreement and the resolution.
That's what you
Yes.
meant.
Yes.
Thank you. Very good.
I'll second that.
That's what you meant. Very good. All right, we have a motion and a second. Would you please poll the vote?
Councilmember Fallman,
Yes.
Councilmember Greeno,
Yes.
Councilmember Short,
Yes.
Pro Tem Keim,
Yes.
Mayor Inscore.
Yes, very good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good to continue extending our partnerships. Great, great.
And
great deal.
yes, we are so very lucky to have
Yes, we are.
the mechanics we have.
Okay, final item, number 11, SB1 road project list.
All right, Ms. Sutterfield is here to talk about that.
Hey,
Good evening. Thank you. So you guys are very aware of the SB1 and kind of what it is. Every year we have to submit a project list of how we want to spend those funds or where those funds are going to go, and that's just kind of to maintain transparency so that it's easily tracked. We have the same list as last year, which has the storm drain improvement project on Front Street and C Street, and the K Street storm drain improvement and roadway rehabilitation project. And staff is just still currently working on the design aspect of those, and so it's just pretty straightforward.
okay.
You guys have any questions?
Any questions regarding the project list? Anybody? None? Okay. All
Thank
right,
you.
good. Thanks, Nikki. All right, any public comment regarding the project list? Seeing none, then we have a resolution 2018-16 that we have to approve to send these projects in. Do I have action?
I move we adopt Resolution 2018-16, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Crescent City adopting a list of projects for fiscal year 2018-19 to be funded by SB1.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
I have a motion and a second. Would you please poll the vote?
Councilmember Fallman,
Yes.
Councilmember Greeno,
Yes.
Councilmember Short,
Yes.
Pro Tem Keim,
Yes.
Mayor Inscore.
Yes. All right, we have come to the end of our regular agenda, and I will say it's 6:27. That may be a record for a regular meeting.
Just might be.
Not that anybody's complaining, but we're not out of here yet. Under legislative matters, at our last meeting, we had extended conversations regarding legislative issues. One of those was specifically surrounded SB 1. We voted to direct staff to bring back to us a opposition letter regarding SB 1. Staff has asked me to ask the council for clarity, which we may not bring right here, but that you guys can present to staff, because the general consensus of those who voted for this, which included myself, was concern over the amount of non-transportation related aspects of SB 1. Both staff as well as myself in our research in looking at SB 1 struggled to find what are the non-transportation things in SB 1, the current SB 1 that are the problem. And if we can't articulate those, I'm not sure how we can write a letter of opposition to something that we can't articulate if the issue is that there's money that's not going to transportation. And frankly, I couldn't, I went back, I read the entire bill. I could not find anything that I felt was non-transportation related, with the exception of the creation of the Inspector General office, which authorized 64 new positions and a budget of $900,000. So, but that, even that was to audit transportation funding. So for myself, I could not provide any guidance to staff on how to formulate this letter. We couldn't find anybody else that had a letter, a sample letter. So I'm bringing it back to the council to simply say, if there are things that you would like staff to do, we need some clarity on the portions of SB 1 that you guys might have objections to before we can do a letter.
Sure, we
Yeah.
can work together. and
Councilor
bring that
Greeno and
back.
I will work together and provide input for the city.
Okay, good enough. That's all we need then. Provide that to staff, and then we agreed when we did this that it would come back to the council to vote on the letter once we saw it. So you guys provide that to staff, and then we'll go from there. All right. Any other legislative matters that anybody is aware of that we need to address tonight? All right. Ms. Lever, you got a city manager report?
No, sir.
Okay. Council members, you have anything you'd like to report out of your goings-on since our last meeting? Let's start with you, Mr. Fallman. Anything?
No report, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Mr. Short?
Yes, last year, we had to make some difficult decisions about our food bank. And on Friday, I went and visited the new Pacific Pantry there
Yep.
at the Family Resource Center. I was very pleased to see that their new operation is going to be just similar to going in a store and going shopping. It's a choice rather than you get a box of stuff. So you get to go in and make your choices on what food items you wish to collect. So I think they've done an outstanding job in setting that up, and I was happy to see that.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Mr. Greeno?
I do not have anything to report.
Okay. Pro Tem Kine?
I had the great pleasure of joining you at the tsunami informational meeting at the fire hall. Lori Dengler gave a presentation, and Troy Nicoletti on tsunamis. It was fascinating. Gosh, they know a lot. I was really, really impressed with the depth of their knowledge. I went to the dog park opening, and there were some, naughty chihuahuas
Wow.
at the dog park. they may have started a fight. But no, it was great. Everybody there had their dogs. It was, for the weather, it was awful weather, but based on how crummy the weather was and the turnout we had, it was amazing. And it's so fun to drive by and see people, throwing a ball for their dog in the dog park. And it looks great. It really does. It turned out well. It was impressive. And then I too went to the pantry. I feel so good about the choice we made for those CBDG funds. Walking into this place, the dignity that you will have choosing what goes in your box, knowing that I can walk in there and look around. Oh, they're a little low on baby food. Next time I go to Safeway, maybe I'll just throw a little bit in my cart and drop it off. It was really incredible, the fresh produce that is going to be available, and the relationships that they've made with local produce and dairies, and it was really great. So
Yeah. Great, thank you. All right, had solid waste meeting, did attend the tsunami informational meeting. Had a chamber board meeting. Attended, as did Pro Tem Keim, a Rotary fundraiser dinner for our Japanese exchange student. Spent the weekend with Kiyoshi Murakami, who's the Senior Executive Advisor to the City of Rikas and Takata, in preparation for the delegation that will be here coming in April 15th, leaving the 17th, flying in on Contour Air, which is kind of exciting. Again, just so everybody knows that we will have a public gathering April 16th, 6 p.m., inviting the public to come and to meet the delegation from Japan and to be present for our historic sister city signing ceremony. Let's see, what else? I did a presentation at the Sunrise Rotary, same presentation that I shared with the council last 2 weeks ago. Did go to the food pantry and echo all the sentiments that have been shared this evening. Also attended Chuck Blackburn's memorial service on the 24th, and it was a large turnout, a very, very fitting service in honor of a true inspiration to this community. So that's all I've got tonight. So anybody have any other words of parting wisdom for us tonight? All right, we will be in special session next Monday night, April 9th, at the Washington Boulevard Fire Hall with a joint meeting between us and the fire district. So you're welcome to come and join us. And then on the 16th, again, we will not be meeting here at our regular meeting. Our meeting will be a joint meeting for the Sister City celebration on the 16th at the Cultural Center at 6 p.m. And it is 6:35, and we are adjourned.
what's your record?
That's it.
That's the record?